The Eli Duer and Family Center for Pediatric, Genetic, and Chronic Diseases at the Hadassah University Hospital, Mount Scopus, provides comprehensive ambulatory daycare for children's physical, genetic, and mental needs. The staff assists and supports the patient's family in coping with difficulties and crisis. The physicians collaborate with a multidisciplinary team, tailoring each child's care protocol.
In my job, I have to live in different parts of the world. Before coming here, since we have Lucy who is down, and she has to have very, very good care wherever she lives. We inquired with our doctors back home in Los Angeles, and they highly recommended Hadassah, right down to this center.
Since we opened this center, there is increasing demand of more and more families that hear about this center, that come to get treatment here.
I have 2 children with knee-high. It's a lung disease, and we know that every time we come here that we have a very warm atmosphere, and I really feel they give us a lot of support.
The Eli Duer and Family Center for Pediatric, Genetic, and Chronic Diseases treats a heterogeneous population. Each day of the week is devoted to caring for children with a different disease. Children undergo all the required examinations and treatments in sequence all in one day, then return home. The specialists and multidisciplinary staff provide comprehensive care, responding to changing problems over the years, with psychosocial support to families coping with children's chronic and genetic illness.
אנחנו מאוד מרוצים, אנחנו באים לביקורת הנה כל חצי שנה. אנחנו יודעים שאנחנו הולכים לתת יום לצורך העניין, ולא מתחילים לרוץ אחרי אישורים ולבדוק למשל את בלוטת התריס, לבדוק קלינאי תקשורת, לבדוק תזונאית ולבדוק פיזיותרפיסטית. רק 4 הדברים שמניתי כרגע, אנחנו צריכים בשביל זה לקבוע תור של 3 חודשים מראש. כשפה הכל מתואם לאותו יום. זה שיפור משמעותי באיכות החיים.
יש לנו את הזמן ואת היכולת הקשבה, ומשהו קטן שיכול להמחיש את זה, זה למשל הכיסאות איפה שיושבים המטופל מול המטפל. זה כמו קורסה כזאת, זה בוא תשב, בוא נדבר. זה לא שב 5 דקות כי יש לי עוד 20 מטופלים בחוץ.
The accumulated medical knowledge and experience at the Eli Duer and Family Center for Pediatric, Genetic, and Chronic Diseases is unprecedented in Israel. We have achieved significant advances in research over the past 2 years.
Some of the research have been already published in Israel and abroad. We participated in different conferences around the world, and we are very proud of it. Hadassah's name appears in another field.
The center's staff acts as a lobby, as advocates for families dealing with government and health authorities in Israel, striving to advance their rights and their quality of life in the community. Since its inception, the Eli Duer and Family Center has been growing steadily, treating larger numbers of patients and improving the complement of services for the welfare of chronically ill children.
The aim of our center is to make the life of our parents and of the patients simpler, to improve their quality of life. They have enough to worry about with the disease. We don't have to make it harder for them with all our bureaucracy.
The medical professionals are top-notch. They're a dedicated group. Every time I walk out of here, I like to think that if Israel has a goodwill institution, this is probably one of its most effective.
I learn a lot from my patients about life. And one of the stories that I will never forget is a 20-year-old child who faced many, many difficulties and many disappointments in his life. And he made it. And when I told him, look, you are really strong. You faced so many difficulties and you made it. And he said, I don't have difficulties. I have only challenges.
Thanks to Eli Duer and family for their generous contribution to establish the Center for Pediatric, Genetic, and Chronic Diseases. Hadassah is grateful to Adele Spitzer-Roman for her generous contribution in memory of her husband Melvin, which helped establish the Center for Treatment of Children with Chronic Diseases.